Good afternoon, great people out here in WOLB land. This is your host of Crunch Time. I'm Dr. KB. It's Crunch Time, y'all. I'm in the studio with my co-host.
Wheezy, what's going on, everybody? How's everybody going? How's their weekend? The weekend about to start, y'all. What y'all got going on?
Yeah. So again, welcome to Crunch Time podcast slash radio. I'm your host, Dr. KB, co-host Weezy in the building. We got a good show for you today. You want to definitely get our shout outs and all of our good stuff out the way before we get started. We are in partnership with We Care Baltimore. Shout out to We Care Baltimore. Shout out to Stephanie, CEO of We Care Baltimore. Shout out to the We Care Baltimore family, Mike. That's how we do it. Collaboration over competition over here. So um, today, like I said, we got a good show for you today. But before we get into the show, we gotta always take care of business, and we got our own businesses. But before we get to our own business, we are definitely streaming live on WOLBbaltimore.com. Again, that's WOLBbaltimore.com. And if you want to join the conversation today, the number here is 410-481-1010. Again, that's 410-481-1010. We're going to be talking about entrepreneurship today. We're going to be talking about grinding. We're going to be talking about shining. Everything Crunch Time represent is what we'll be talking about today. So also follow us on all social media platforms as well. Crunch Time Podcast with a K on FB and YouTube, and on IG, Crunch Time Podcast underscore Radio One. Again, that's Crunch Time Podcast underscore Radio One. Follow us on all of our social media platforms. Connect with us, get in contact with us. If you want your business announced, if you want to be the business of the week, let us know. Let's talk about it. You want to get an interview. You want to showcase your talent. You want to showcase your business. You want to showcase an event that you have going on. Let us know. Let's collaborate. There's no competition here. Let's talk about it. So, Weezy, you're a business owner. You're an entrepreneur. You're doing big things in the community, trying to keep the community healthy.
Yes.
What's going on with you?
I'll tell you what, these gas prices, I'm telling you, it's messing with the business. But I'm still pushing. It's rough out here in these streets. But yeah, I still got Tally Biscuits, hibiscus tea. If you want to know anything, site it's that tallybiscuits.com. That's TALLYBISCUS.com. So let me tell you a little bit about this tea. This is a hibiscus tea, all natural, made with reverse osmosis water. Now, that's the best water you could drink. No sugar added. Has plenty. I make different kinds, but it all boosts. Each bottle I make has a different remedy with it. It's all natural. Has sour sop. Some of it got sour sop in it. The Mojo, but I'll tell you about that on another time. And ginger, uh, cinnamon. Natural herbs, and you look up these herbs, and these herbs they're very good for you. We need to go all natural, and we need to do better, especially in this economy. It's the best way because they got so much stuff out here that's trying to tear us down, and cancer is one of the biggest diseases that is taking out everybody. So let's go natural, y'all. If y'all looking for a good herbal tea, healthy tea, like I said, you can look me up at tallybiscuits.com. That's TALLYBISCUS. Holla at me.
That's right. Holla. And how can they reach you?
They can call me at 443-250-1330 if you got any questions. And I do mail. So
yes, sir. So you can order, and he will send it to you. So definitely make sure you.
Well, let me tell you again, them gas prices. Expert.
Listen, $60 for a half a tank over here, so I understand. And I'm like, man, but we, like you said, we're gonna keep pushing. We're not gonna let nothing stop us. We're gonna keep grinding. We're gonna keep shining. It's crunch time, baby.
You know what I mean?
It's crunch time,
baby.
Let's get it. Like I said, we are also streaming live on our Facebook page, so you definitely gonna hear us talking to our Facebookers. So don't, our radio listeners, just let you know that that's what we're doing right now. So I want to shout out to Sean Malone, who's checking us out on Facebook. Thank you for supporting Crunch Time. And you got anybody over there, Weezy?
Lancelot Lane, what's going on? Trini, what's up?
Yes, sir. That's it.
Yeah.
why you looking at that with your bad eyes? You got bad eyes over there. But,
I don't have my glasses on. Yeah, there you go. Ock Chapman, what's up? What's up? What's up?
Okay.
Blue, what's going on? What's going on, Blue? All right. I see all the hearts.
That's right. That's right.
What's up, Sizzle?
Shout out to all our supporters in our Crunch Time family too. DJ Sean Blaze, DJ Duke, you know what I mean? We will shout you out as well. We appreciate y'all for supporting Crunch Time and being a part of the family. We got our man Danny, OMG Danny in the building always.
Danny the man.
Holding us down with the cameras and the production. So check him out, Be More for Real podcast as well. And then I want to talk about my business, Weezy, because my business is very, very is important for the health, but in a different way. Because I'm talking about financial health, right? He's talking about physical health. Mine is financial health. So we our businesses complement each other because we want to make sure everybody is whole in every area of their life. And those are the two most important things. So my business is called BM Human and Financial Services. I am the proprietor of BM Human Financial Services. I do tax preparation business and personal accounting, bookkeeping, estate planning, credit restoration, financial advising, and also business advising. Look, I do it all. I got it all for you. So no excuses. You need a budget. You need a plan. I'm the person. I'm the person you come to. And I'm telling you, I'm here for the community. I'm here to teach. I'm here to give you resources. I'm here to show you how to be successful financially. And success means healthy. It doesn't mean rich. It doesn't mean poor. It doesn't mean anything other than what you want it to mean. So if you are succeeding in meeting your goals, then you are successful financially. And that's all it means. That's all that matters. So check me out. My website is www.bmhumanfinancial.com. Again, that's bmhumanfinancial.com. Or you can reach me 443-281-3839. Again, that's 443-281-3839.
And she's good, y'all. She's good.
The best in the business, baby. I appreciate that reason. And his tea is amazing. So you definitely want to support us as we support you. If you have a business like the Crunch Time, check us out. Let us know what's up on IG, Facebook, and we'll definitely answer. We definitely get back to you because our listeners can definitely give sign up and subscribe, like all of that, and be a part of the family. So
I need to get up with you with them taxes.
yeah. We got you, bro. Every year, we do it. That's listen.
We've been going strong since like early 2000.
2000. So at the end of the day, let me tell you, listen. I do mine's last because my thing is, everybody think that April 15th is the deadline for the tax return, but it's only the deadline if you owe money. So you got 3 years to file your taxes. So it's not, you got to hurry up and get them done, or you're going to get in trouble. That's not the case. If you owe, now you definitely want to file on time so you don't get any interest and penalties on your payments. But if not, you got up to 3 years.
So they don't fine you at all after a year, or they don't add nothing on?
Nah, if you don't owe them no money, they can't fine you nothing. Okay. And trust me, if you don't file within 3 years, you lose your money. So just to let you know, don't wait too long though. So they will keep your refund if you don't file within 3 years.
They keep your refund.
They keep your refund. People don't know that. So you got to definitely know.
They definitely. That's a game.
They getting over.
Yeah, that's a game.
It's set up for us to not to win, but we gonna win anyway.
That's the GG. Don't mess with that GG.
Yeah, we gonna win. We're gonna definitely win. So I don't care nothing about what they got set up for us. We gonna figure it out. And I figured it out for y'all.
Only the strong survive, and
trust and believe.
Surviving all these years.
All these years, we definitely been surviving, and we still thriving. And we thank God for that because where we were, we're not where we were. We're not where we were last year. We're better than we were before. So anytime you see growth, anytime you see a different level, even if it's a small increment, that's growth, that's success. So stay encouraged, stay pushing, stay consistent, and guess what? The possibilities are endless. So We do got a special guest for y'all. We got a special guest coming up. I know y'all been seeing us advertising for the past couple of days. She's one of Baltimore's own, definitely legend to be, and she's definitely going to come home here. We're gonna rock the house here. We're gonna have a good time. So just waiting patiently. Don't don't fret. Don't fear. She's on her way here.
She coming now. She coming.
Yeah, but in the meantime, like I said, we definitely talking about it's a new day. It's a new day, and success is on the way. And we just basically want to encourage you guys to embrace whatever struggle you are having right now, because it's only a season, and it happens for a reason, but it's only a season that you'll be in it. And when you get on the other side of that, it's going to be worth it. So don't give up right before the blessing hits, because that's what a lot of people do. Right before the blessing is right before you receive your blessing, you quit because you're tired. It's too hard. But you gotta keep pushing, and you gotta keep striving, because that's what success is all about.
Man, let me tell you, I got this thing going on, and I'm doing some business, and dealing with lawyers and all kind of stuff. So I've been going through this thing for about a year. And every time I think I'm just a little bit closer, and I'm like, oh, finally got the last of the paperwork. It's done. It's done. It's done. Lawyer be like, oh yeah, we good. We good. 2 days later, oh man, they just changed the plan. You got to do things. There's like a year process. And so I'm doing this like overseas, so it's like a year's process. And I'm like, I'm just going and going and going, and I tell you, I feel like so many times I feel like giving up. And I'm still pressing and still pressing. I'm like, I'm gonna get through this. I'm gonna get through this. And it's just a challenge. It's a challenge. You just can't give up, because I know when it's gonna go through, everything is gonna be all right. It's gonna be okay. So I'm gonna just keep on pushing and pushing and pushing and pushing. That's the hardest thing. Like, we can't just curl up in a ball and I can't believe like the world is after me and thinking negative, and you got to just keep on pushing. It's obstacles going to come, in your path. You just got to know how to, hurdle.
We gotta build some endurance and some strength. We gotta pull from somewhere. So if you don't believe in a higher power, it's going to be, in my opinion, it's going to be even harder for you. But if you believe and you believe in God, you know that He got you. You just got to trust. You got to trust it.
And you got to be around positive people.
Right.
That's it too. You just, I got that line at me. You're not gonna stop. I know what it feels like to be on the other side of the wall when you having a pity party and you're depressed and all that. Nah.
Because that's what a lot of males are dealing with. Men, I'm gonna say men in general. A lot of men, they go through some trials and tribulations, and then they start feeling like, I'm depressed. I don't want to do it anymore. I give up. It's too hard. Too much responsibility. So, as a man, Weezy, as a black man, I need you to talk to those men. Real talk, like
it's serious.
It's real big out here that they need some relief, and need to know that they're not alone.
It's serious. It's serious. We fight against so many things. We blame the white guy. It's really us internally. We broken in stuff from our childhood. We broken from bad relationships. We broken from so many different things. And a lot of times our own people beat us down. So we deal with that battle every day.
Right.
And so, a lot of times some people, they smoke, they stay in their corners, they stay away from people, because you understand how much, as black men, we get beat on mentally. But I heard an interview. Matter of fact, I was gonna bring this up later, but with Quicksilver, and he was saying, no matter what, I'm gonna fight through it, and that's the attitude you got to have as a man. I can't even say black man, as a man, period. You gotta have that type of attitude. Somebody say you can't do it, why not? You know what I mean? They can't do it. That's not their idea. You just have to figure out how you can do it. And that's the key as a man. Only strong survive.
into, because, speaking from a woman's perspective, I feel like a lot of women don't have a plan. You have a lot of ideas, you have a lot of, ambitions, and you might have some goals that you, like, I want to do this, but you want to do this, I want to make it 6 figures, and I get all that. Those things sound wonderful because you can manifest all that, but you can't do it without a plan. So what's the first step? What's the second step? What's the third step? What's the fourth step? Like, do your research, figure out who's already doing what you want to do, and ask them for help or model your situation at the end. You can, once you get to who you believe, you can start making it your own. But at the end of the day, you gotta have a plan. And I think if you don't have a plan, you plan to fail. Yeah, that's what I said. I think that's how it goes.
Yeah, stop talking about it. Being about it. Being about it.
Yeah, so I mean,
the same story.
oh my goodness.
I would do this, I would do that, I would do this, I would do that. And you see on TV, yeah, I would do that, I would do this, I would do that. I would do that, but I'm really, you got your license check? It's yeah. Oh my goodness, people want so much more.
And it's because, to me, it's just a lack of knowledge, and you get intimidated by not knowing, and you feel bad about not knowing. Sometimes the insecurities kick in, and you don't really want people to know that you don't know. So that's pride, and I'm speaking for the men. I'm thinking that's my opinion. It's pride, it's ego gets in the way, and it stops you from growing. Put your pride to the side, put your ego to the side, and figure out what you need to do to make it where you want to be. Right? Stop being afraid to ask people. Stop being afraid to involve people. And I'm not talking about just any and everybody. I mean somebody that you look up to, somebody that you admire, somebody that you know that is doing good things and doing the same thing you want to do. Right? Reach out. Reach out. What's the worst they can say is no, right? So at the end of the day, do your research, come up with a plan, put the ego and the pride to the side, and be a dang thing. It's crunch time, y'all. It's crunch time.
And another good goal too is to write it down.
Write the vision, make it
Write the
plain.
vision down, and just check one off one at a time. Set a deadline for yourself,
Right.
And then just keep on going, and speak it into existence. It's going to happen.
That's what we talked about last week. Manifesting. Manifesting is something you can do when you believe it and you can see it. Right. It's not just saying it.
Right.
You can't just say it and think a miracle gonna happen.
Right. You got to do something.
You got to absolutely put the work in. You got to put the work in. It does not come out of nowhere. It doesn't come out of thin air. That's a myth. So even though God is real and He's powerful, all knowing, He doesn't do those things. He wants you to show up so He can show up with you. You know what I'm saying? He can show up for you. So you got to show up so He can see that you're serious about this is what you want. So at the end of the day, we definitely got to have faith, but we got to have the work behind the faith. So faith without works is dead. Am I wrong?
Oh man, I just overall, can I tell you about my day? So
Yeah.
I woke up this morning, and I got a room just for my clothes, and I went in that room, and apparently the dog was in there sometime, and the lights was out, and I had stepped in the accident. So that's how my day started. So then, I was like, this is going to be a good day. You got to keep the positive mindset.
Right.
So then I was like, okay, all right, something good's going to happen. I started going to work. Well, driving down the street, I see two bums fighting in the middle of the street. Stop the traffic. Rolling around in the middle of the street. I was like, what in the world kind of day is this going to be? And I was like, oh.
Why you said he was bums though? Why
No. You already know. You already know.
Why you had to call them people bums?
They was homeless.
Okay.
And I saw it before it even happened. I was like, oh, he looked like he about to swing on him. And swang on him. Next thing you know, they rolling in the middle of the street. I was like, and I'm thinking, should I stop this fight?
No.
And I was like, nah, I don't want to get my hands dirty. So
you don't want to get hurt.
Yeah. So I turned the corner. I was like, maybe I should call the police. And then an undercover cop pulled up and he stopped it. So, I got some things accomplished and I prayed. I kept on praying, kept on praying. And I end up getting a check I was waiting on. And I was like, oh no, God is good. You know what I mean? I just, you just, things start off bad. You start seeing negative things, but you got to keep, prayed up, keep the positive attitude. And I've been pushing and pushing and pushing and pushing. And, a blessing today. You know what I mean? But,
Okay.
I feel like if you just like, man, this is a bad day. I want to go home early. You start thinking all these negative thoughts.
Right.
Then it's like a negative cloud that stays on you. Like,
Start spiraling.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
So I just feel like just put it in the air. If you got something in your something you want, something that you want to do, circle yourself around positive people and put it in the air. Write it down. Uh, do one step at a time. Don't be hard on yourself.
Yeah.
We just got to keep pushing. And like I said, we came a long way.
Yes,
We
sir.
we came a very long way.
Yes, sir. The best is yet to come. For real, the best is yet to come. So just give me y'all shout out to some people. Alvetta Davis, thank you for tuning in on Facebook, Crunch Time Podcast. Also Josh Autry, thank you for tuning in. I used to work with Josh. Hey Josh, what's up? How you doing? Thanks for supporting. Thanks for tuning in, Crunch Time Podcast. Um, you got anybody else?
Oh, my glass. Oh,
Nah.
Joan Sarton. Oh, okay. Hey, what's up, Joan? How you doing? Now with Trini. Trini in the house. Oh, Nate Brown. Nate Brown. He owns One Vision Clothing. What's up, Nate Brown?
I know Nate. What up,
Yeah.
Nate?
Oh, Byron Scott. What's going on, man? How you
Poets
doing?
in the house. Poets in the house.
Oh yeah, you do. You do know.
Poets in the house.
Big
Yes,
shout out
sir.
to One Vision. Yeah, my man been doing this thing for years.
Absolutely. And another thing, like I said too, not to beat up on the guys, but
Oh, okay.
the guys is the topic of conversation today because you guys are pivotal in our communities, y'all pivotal in our lives. Y'all lead, are the leaders of this country, and also you lead in various areas of in marriages and being a father and you know being a son. So we need y'all to kind of like figure it out. You know what I mean? Like the women are we we got a lot on our plates, and we doing the best.
Y'all make it hard. Y'all make it harder for
We
us.
doing the best we can, man. One day at a time, one step at a time, and sometimes we gotta overcompensate for the lack thereof.
We already fighting, and then we got to deal with the woman.
No. See, the thing about it is,
hard.
no, we don't, the thing is, you make it hard for yourselves because if you got somebody, you work with them, not against them. So if you got somebody, you become a team, right? And you work together and you build together, but you don't work against your teammate. And that's where a lot of men fail because there's no competing in a relationship. There's no competing when you're the head of the house. You don't compete with the people that you're leading. So put like I said, put a plan in place for somebody to follow you because you can't lead me to nowhere. You know what I mean? You can't lead us to nowhere. If you don't have a direction, if you don't know where you're going, how can you help me get to where I'm going? How can you tell me to follow you? Because women, we ain't built like that.
Y'all say that so
We ain't
easy,
built
but
like
then
that.
y'all got the yak. That stuff, God was crazy. Guys don't like to do all that arguing. Well, I know most guys don't, but then you got that little demon on your shoulder. You just follow you around, yak. And I'm like, oh, y'all
That's
make
y'all
it tough.
complaint because y'all don't do right. That's all it is. But she got to hold you accountable, and you don't want to be held accountable. And so it's nagging. It's always
Do
nagging.
women like to be held accountable? Do they say, yeah, I was wrong?
You know what?
No,
I'm
no, they don't. Look at the cameraman. No, they don't.
Listen,
Damn the man.
that may be true. That may be true to some extent. But if you are not in a position to lead her in the right direction, then guess what? She's going to go in her own direction.
Justify. See,
Not
that's
justifying,
a woman justifying.
not justifying it, just giving you insight. Just giving you insight.
Right.
Yeah, just giving you insight to how we think and how women operate. But at the end of the day, we definitely want to be in a position of submission and we want to be able to give be able to be in a softer place and be comfortable. And so at the end of the day, we doing the best we can. Like I said, one day at a time, one step at a time, and then we waiting on y'all. That's what we doing. While we waiting on y'all, we moving forward, and we prospering, and we growing. And at the end of the day,
see, like I said, we got more. We got more to deal with.
The proof. Listen, I know y'all don't, because women got kids, they got jobs, they got.
So men don't have kids and jobs. Come on, man.
Who home with the kids though? Who home taking care of the kids after they get off work, cooking, cleaning?
The kids home watching themselves.
They small. Come on, man. Stop.
The dog.
Stop it. Stop. But anyway, we gotta move forward. We've been talking about, like I said, the journey to success. The journey, our men to just come up with a plan, make it plain, write the vision, make it plain, and execute, because we definitely need y'all to be in position so we can be supporters and help you guys get through whatever you got to get through. We got to work together. It ain't just about it ain't a man versus woman war. It's a us versus us war. So we got to get together. Now we get paid. We got our guest who's finally arrived. Our wonderful, beautiful business mogul, media mogul. We got KSAL in the building, y'all. Baltimore's own KSAL, y'all.
What's up, KSAL?
What's up, my brother and sister?
Yes, sir. Yes. Thank you for coming. I know it's been, like you said, a big travel. How things can try to stop you from getting to where you gotta go, but you keep pressing on. So I'm thankful that you kept pressing on to get here.
Girl. Yes. And I was listening to your conversation.
Yeah.
I'm literally just leaving GLA. We're having a King's banquet for all of the kings, all of the young men, all of the men. The fathers came in to be in this banquet with the children. It was really awesome.
It's good to see the men come out.
And our kings.
Oh, awesome. So we got to talk about who you are, because we got a lot of audience who don't know. If you don't know, now you know. LA. She has a KSAL show. She also has a lot more. Let's talk about
how did you get the street name?
Oh, well, God is in my work for a very long time. But I started my business. Well, I have a school, GLA Academy School of Excellence. I have God's Little Angels Learning Center, God's Little Angels Performing Arts Center, and I have Triple Threat Elite, which is the number one dance competition. I was inducted last year into the Business Hall of Fame.
Self in so many different areas and
the good thing is I have she's been with me 28 years.
That's important.
Right.
Yeah, so a lot of people have been with me for a long time. I started my children working when they were 8 years old. And now Jasmine, Coach Jasmine, she runs the Triple Threat. They're in Chicago now competing, which I'm so proud of them. As well as my other daughter, she runs the daycare. And, I just got great people.
All right. Sounds like a good team.
Yes. So what else do you have going on besides the schools and the center? What's going on in the media?
Well, I got some good shows coming up. I got Shirley Caesar coming on Father's Day. She's gonna be at New Shallow Baptist Church. We're gonna give a really awesome show, and I got her with the group, and along with others that are coming there. And then my good friend Moon Man and I, we do a Southern Soul, a big show, outdoor show. It's coming up June the 6th. So it's we can't wait, because that Southern Soul.
Okay.
We us up in North, we don't mess with Southern Soul too much, but it's a blend of that blues and quartet type singing. But it's really nice.
You got different singers going to be there?
Oh yeah, we got about 10 people on the stage.
What time does that start?
We're gonna start early. Probably doors open around 2, and it's until dusk. You bring
Well,
the lawn chairs and all of those things out and
that
chill
sounds
out.
fun. Sounds
Yeah,
fun.
yeah.
Yes. So let's you got a lot going on. I know you got a lot going on, but we wanna on Crunch Time, we talk about who we are as people, right? Because you came from somewhere, and
Yes.
you got to where you are, where we are. You had a journey that you went through, and we like to encourage people and let people hear our story. So just give us a little background about the story and how you got to where you are today.
Okay, well, I'm the product of my dad. He's the office. He was the first black business owner on Greenhouse 21st Street. Still there. He bought, got rid of Bill Boston. So coming up, I worked with my dad, and I learned business from him. My mom is Nita Caesar, who was the sister of Shirley Caesar. So in my family, it was always singing, you play the instruments, you sing in the background, you know what I'm talking. So between the two roles, I just love, the whole entertainment and the business. So that's kind of what I'm a product of, coming from Northeast Baltimore. So it is me, okay?
East side, east side.
Yeah.
That's what's up.
East side.
Mm-hmm.
Northeast, northeast, northeast.
Northeast. Oh, that's what I'm talking about.
Yes, yes. Oh, sure.
I love it.
Yes.
Coming up, hanging out. I played ball, did all kinds of stuff. I just love just running around acting like the regular children that we used to do.
Yes.
We weren't in the house playing games.
Not at
That
all.
was the
I
fun
was
days.
climbing garages and trees and all that kind of stuff.
Playing tag.
Yeah, it and all that
All that
stuff.
good stuff. Yes.
Yes. So that's kind of what I've done coming up. And then I decided to go in business. And once I did, I realized that I love working with kids.
Mm-hmm.
And from there, I started small and I just kept growing. And I realized in business, you just got to reinvest in order to build business. So I'm still building.
Okay.
Yeah,
And still learning. We all still learning too.
absolutely. Yes.
So what was the first business move you ever made?
My first business was God's Little Angels Learning Center. But really, when I was young, I was like maybe like 20. I had about 16 kids in the neighborhood. We go out in my backyard and we would practice because they all knew how to pop, lock, jock, and all that good stuff. So we would practice out in the backyard. And then I would take them all to all of the clubs in town.
Mm-hmm.
I would talk to them to get in the door, and I would tell them we would give them a free show. All we had to do was pass the hat.
Right.
So we pass the hat. We go in and we dance. They had all these costumes on. We pass the hat. We make money. We go to the next show, next club, next club. And so a lot of these kids, they were like, parents were on drugs, things like that. So I had these kids up to 2 in the morning, but they were working. So that was really my first business. And the biggest thing we did was we was able to do the halftime show for LL Cool J at the 5th Regiment Armory.
Okay.
So that was my start in just feeling all of the great fun and entertainment.
That's what's
Yeah.
up.
Well,
That's what's up.
remember what year that was? I'm trying to figure out what I was doing.
So okay, I know LL Cool J had my radio. What was it?
Okay.
Yeah, my radio.
Yeah, it was his first hit. It was like his first hit.
That's when we had real
I was like, I made it, Lord, I made it. And then I started to raise my family afterwards because after that I wound up, getting married and all those things. And then I went through that time period and we was building.
Mm-hmm.
And in 2015 my mom passed, as well as that was when I decided I wanted to really get into entertainment and do more stuff on that level.
Right.
Yeah.
So what are you doing in entertainment?
Well, as far as that, being that I have the TV show, the KSAL show, I realized I needed to do my own original music.
Okay.
So that's when I built the studio. And the reason why I built the studio, because we were going to have this big old Caesars, all the Caesars going to get together and we were going to have to make this song and all of that. But I realized that the studio was very important in orchestrating sound and audio for the TV show.
Okay.
So the TV show is the KSAL show. And it's a show, it started out with a lot of skits and things like that, but it's kind of segued into more and more interviews, things like that. But it's a good show.
It's a good show.
ABC Channel 2 every Saturday night.
Every Saturday night. What time?
12 midnight.
12 midnight.
Like Saturday Night Live.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
Did you start building a team back then? You know, because I like I said, doing this type of business, you have to have a strong team. So how did you start advancing and getting more and more people? Trusting people.
Oh, this is very true. They say that the higher you get, the less friends you have. And you gotta be very careful in your circles and who you deal with. And it's very hard to trust people these days. But I've been able just to keep loyal people in my circle.
That's a blessing.
And that is a blessing. Yeah. So that's pretty much how.
Yeah, and I think God brings you people too. Like you said, you think you're losing a friend, but you're losing people that's supposed to be gone. They're not supposed to go with you on your journey, and He brings new people in to help you, and I call them destiny supporters, and to help you with whatever your vision is and what your purpose is. So He brings those people around you. You just gotta be patient, and you also gotta use discernment to tap into your discernment, because everybody has that. So when you're able to tap into your discernment, and God will show you who people are. And once people show you who they are, you believe them.
There it is.
You know what I'm saying?
And it's been a faith walk the whole time. Yeah. I tell people that a lot of times they'll say, okay, no, how did you really do this? But it has really been a faith walk the whole entire time.
Right.
I mean, every step, I know it's nothing but God, because He can take it from you and turn it around.
Yep.
So basically, I'll give Him all credit. That's why it's God's little angels.
I love
it.
It
ain't Kim little angels.
I love it.
God's
I love it. I love it. I love it.
What's the purpose? What's the event or moment that made you think it got you over the hump? Like, I made it. Or was it an interview or something like that?
I still feel like I'm striving. Like, people say to me, like, Kim, no, you really, like, you're doing good. You're out there. But I still feel like I have not got to that point yet.
We are biggest
I'm still
critic.
working on
it. Yeah, we are biggest critic.
And that's a good thing to feel, though, because you don't really want to be comfortable.
Right.
You know what I mean? If you're comfortable, you're not going to grow. So as long as you feel like I'm not there yet, I'm not comfortable yet, you're going to still strive, and you're still going to be, still work hard to get to when you feel, hey, I made it. Because like you said, you don't even feel like that yet. Yeah. But you've done some great things. And according to the outside looking in, they like, man, she's amazing. She's doing big things. She's on TV. She's, she got a lot of events, dealing with celebrities. So I get it. And at the end of the day, people need to understand that they can relate to you on that level that you felt like, hey, I'm still human. I'm still striving.
Still striving. And it's all about the kids. Everything I do is about the kids. And I tell this one story real quick. Is our kids, they do so well in dance. So we and they also wanted to become rappers and singers. So we took 4 kids. We took them to Showtime at the Apollo. They won 3 times. We wound up getting on tour with that girl Lele, who's on Nickelodeon, as well as T.I.'s son King. We was like the opening act. And the kids did so well when they came home. They was like, okay, what do we do now, Miss Kim? So I said, well, I couldn't see you putting them on a lot of platforms because they're little rappers and things like that. But that world could be a little, a little too much for kids. Right. So I realized I needed to build a platform for them. And that's why I got into TV and I got into radio. Right. Because if I was able to build a platform for myself, I'll be able to put those kids on.
Yeah, and protect them.
Yeah. And that's really the reason why I do what I do.
Okay. Yeah.
It's a dirty world out there.
Yes. These little girls do all kinds of things. Yeah. They have talent. And you never know which way they can go. So I couldn't trust my kids to anybody. Right. I have now about 250 dancers. I have a West Side location, an East Side location. Okay. Then I have the school, the daycare center. Yeah. So I have a lot of kids because my goal was to become a school of the arts. So I made sure I perfected the academics. Right. And then I added the art piece in 2009. Okay. And we started out with dance. Okay. And so since then, we went from 8 kids to 100 kids. And before you know it, it just was so much to do. And we started competing. And now we compete all over the world, Chicago now. So, okay. Yeah, like doing everything. So we wanted to get that out and bring home the church. Yeah, so we do entrepreneurship. First time also we came up and we go up and was nonprofit and we also partner with. And we definitely helping small business owners and people who are thinking about starting business. So what's the difference between an entrepreneur and a hustler? It's not a whole lot of difference, because it's a mentality of what you need to do to get to achieve your goals. I would say, as far as an entrepreneur, they're a person who usually will do business in different types of business arenas.
Right.
So they don't usually just stay in one thing. Sometimes a hustler, they may say one thing because they hustling, but when you're an entrepreneur,
they're on the corner.
you know what I'm saying. You know,
Right.
sometimes you hear that word.
T-shirts on the corner.
But when you're an entrepreneur, you already know you got to hustle with everything you do.
Right.
It's all about a hustle.
Right.
Yeah.
And to me, it's about multiple streams of income and trying to make things work one thing at a time. And you have multiple businesses and you doing multiple things, and that's difficult. A lot of people would love to be able to do that, and you look like you're doing it successfully. So what advice do you have for people who are looking up to you in that aspect?
I would say, if you're going to create businesses, always create a feeder program type of business, meaning one business can feed the other.
Oh,
like I had the daycare center, then I created the school. So the kids went from the daycare to the school. I created the dance studio, and we also incorporate that along with the Performing Arts Center, getting into all types of things. So I try to stay within the same arenas, but then also you got to build platforms.
Right.
So in that, you always got to constantly think about how is this business able to compensate for the other business. Because one thing, you don't want to put all your eggs in one basket.
Right.
Especially if you're doing anything for the state, because the state can come by, give you an inspection, and your business can be over for whatever reason. But you always got to have something to fall back on. So
is there a special age to get on the dance team?
age 3.
Okay,
up to age 18.
Wow.
Oh yeah, we got some bad 3-year-olds out there.
They can do that. They do the
About to say 3. That's a good age. That's a learning age. That's what they sponges at 3. And they pick up real quick. So that's a good age, I guess.
Yes.
Yeah.
And some of them have been with me. Most of the kids have been with me in my school since they're crib. Since they were in the crib. Now they're graduating 8th grade. Some are now in college, and a lot of them are now teachers at GLA in the dance studio or even in the daycare center.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
So giving back and being able to see those kids grow up. And some of them, you kind of like, oh my God, they gave me such a fit. When they come, they're now like 22, and they're like, no, Miss Kim, I really have changed. I love it.
So, quick question: What's the biggest mistake you see new business owners making?
Ooh, the biggest mistake. Well, one of the things is in business, you have to constantly reinvest back into your business. You can't like make your money, because you can make $1 million.
That's some jewels she just dropped.
You can make $1 million, but you can also spend $1 million.
Yes.
And you can easily have $1 million business. But I'm spending $1 million. It's like, how am I able to spend $1 million, make $1 million, but make an additional $1 million that I can either reinvest or I can put on the side? And unfortunately, most of the time, if you want your business to be successful, you have to continuously reinvest in your business.
You do.
And all things, branding, everything. Now everything, we didn't talk about much about branding at one time.
Right.
But right now, through social media, all these type of things and all of these platforms, you have to continuously brand.
Right.
Even though sometimes you don't like yourself on there when you're branding. Like the girl who does my stuff, I'm like, oh my God, what do you have me in today? I feel so embarrassed sometimes, but nevertheless, I know that. She said, no, they love you in that. And I'm like, okay, but I know it's a part of brand.
Yeah, it is.
How do you stay relevant on social media?
I would say now with social media, you really need to make sure you not only have your other, your Instagrams, your all of those things, but you need to make sure you are on YouTube, because your YouTube account really counts. I decided that instead of investing a lot of money in Instagram and things like that,
right,
I needed to invest more in YouTube.
Okay.
And you get your YouTube account, you start doing a lot of things with YouTube, because really, I believe that's the way it's really going to go. That's going to matter. And it's a business. Now I have about, I don't know, like 340,000 followers.
Mhm.
A lot of subscribers. Okay. So I have about 336,400,000. Basically, you just have to watch and learn that part of the business that you have to work on. You have to really invest in those parts of the business.
Mhm.
Yes.
And social media, unfortunately, everything is graded by your numbers, your numbers, your numbers. So
Mhm.
it's all about trying to get your numbers up and then focusing on and researching on how to get your numbers up.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's some jewels you just dropped.
Get your numbers up.
Get your numbers up. Get your numbers up, y'all. Y'all hear it from Miss Kimberly Sally KSAL herself. Yeah. So we radio. I'm your host.
Yes.
Easy in the house.
Easy in the house.
Yes, sir. You got to every Saturday night at 12 p.m. All right, 12 a.m. 12 a.m.
Yes.
12 a.m. So check that out. Channel 2, right?
Correct.
Channel 481-1010. She got a lot of great information. The multiple businesses you hear, the success stories. My question is, I do have a question about that. So, what was the biggest lesson that you had to learn that cost you the most money?
Hmm. The biggest lesson I would say is
Yeah,
they need to know what your vision is.
absolutely.
Because most of the time, a person is not going to run your business the way you should run the business.
Absolutely.
They're going to run it like they're going to think about, I have to, everything I do, I need to make sure I do it with kid gloves. You can't just fire a person. And they may come back and do some crazy stuff, but you have to, and business, when you're in your own business, you do things very carefully and strategically.
Mm-hmm.
If you got to exit a person out or anything like that, but I'm in investing. So a
Mhm.
lot of I've had people try to steal my business. I've had
Mhm.
so have revealed them to me.
Mhm.
Yes.
You just got to
Reveal it. What's meant for you is going to be always for you, no matter what anybody try to do to stop you. So,
yeah.
and he got you. And at the end of the day, we so because they're going to steal my business or they're going to take this from me, but they not. They can't.
Yeah.
Because
Yes.
we're big on collaborate and we big on, but if it
Mhm.
work, hey, we got OMG Danny. We got, you know what I'm saying? We got a team that we're building. And those, that are supposed to be here are here. So we're thankful
Yes.
for that. So building relationships.
Ooh. Ooh. Yes.
Yeah, maintaining relationships or building business.
So is this kind of relationship like
Relationship,
girl relationship or just a
relationships,
friends?
relationships like any type of relationship, like
business is easier for me because a lot of times relationships, that's no problem, but the biggest thing is just jumping out there and doing it.
Right.
I think it's easier to do business with people you don't know more so than the ones that you do know.
I agree.
You think so?
Sometimes if friends are your worst friends, you can get through the world.
Right.
But usually because they see you grow up, they see that
your
mistakes,
you
was acting crazy.
They still look at you as that person.
Yes. Yeah. So a lot of times, then a lot of times it be jealousy because they don't want you to, especially the little sister, and they double.
Yes.
So I would say definitely going in business most of the time, it's hard going in business with your family. And I have family members. I've had my mother-in-law. I would say my mother-in-law to quit.
I'm sorry, please just go.
I please just go.
I'm not paying your phone bill. I'm like, nevertheless, yeah. It was like most of the time it's your family, worst employee.
Yeah.
So I had to go through a whole lot of them before before I got nice employees that are not family.
Yeah. Got you. But we listen. We got a lot of questions for you because you have a wealth of knowledge being a successful entrepreneur, and we know where they can find you, how they can contact you, where they can see you, all those things that you got, anything you got going on, let them know.
Okay, well, the real KSAL on IG, the KSAL Empire on anything else, or KSAL, you put me in, Google me, it'll come up, whatever you guys need to do to follow us. But I do want to say we are having a big prom at our school. We're running for prom king, prom queen. Now, this is 3-year-olds all the way up to 8th graders.
Okay.
So if you guys want to support our school, because we are a nonprofit organization, 6, everything we do is about the kids. And they really want to win. So some of them are misfortunate where they can't really go to ask people.
Yeah.
You just buy a raffle ticket. That's how they're building their winnership.
Right.
But nevertheless, for 1016.
That's right. Y'all better support tax write-off. But we got to do a part 2 case. So we definitely got a lot that we didn't cover, and we got to let folks know and everybody else around the world know what we got going on here in BMO. BMO is doing big things, and we got a lot of black women, white women, black men, wherever you are, is here in BMO. And we definitely want to celebrate us, and we want y'all to celebrate us, and we want to celebrate together. So thank you guys for tuning in. We love y'all. We appreciate y'all for being here. It's crunch time, y'all. If you got anything that you want the information about, directly 443-281-3839. Y'all, thank you for KSAL for coming through. We appreciate it. KSAL, yes, thank you so much, y'all. It's easy because
it's crunch
time, baby, y'all. We out. Get out. Almost 15,000. We gotta get out, baby. We gotta.
Yeah. I was doing a little something on y'all real quick.
1, 2, 3.
Oh, that's so cute. Oh, y'all don't know what it took for me to.
I would get like my answers.
All right, they gotta get out of here. We can talk about that out here. They gotta get up out of here. You feel me? You know how it is. Too. Oh my goodness gracious. So you guys are doing.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Oh yes. Did you get your clip, your mic for me?
Alright, okay.
Yeah.
Happy belated birthday. If you see me,
Get y'all out the way. Y'all gotta be going at all at a certain time.